Syria halfway to hell. At least
I didn't see any of that. My girlfriend came home last night and said, "Oh my God, we're going to war with Russia." I'm like, "What?"
Well, no, we're not going to war to Russia. What happened is Syria supposedly gassed their own people, and apparently there's like 2 videos of some kind of gas attack. But it's amazing that there's nobody on Twitter or anybody from Syria posting just average citizenry video of the event.
Can they tweet in Syria? I don't know
they
that
can.
they can.
Yeah, they can.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, they could get internet. I mean, they're close enough to Russia.
Are you sure? Like,
yeah.
I mean, like North Korea, they get internet.
Those North Koreans are hackers. They get internet too. It's just the common North Korean, the missing teeth one, eating bugs and shit for food.
Right.
That's the guy who's not on the internet. But there's other Koreans out there who got portholes out online. Did
you say portholes?
Portholes.
Oh,
like a portal.
Oh.
Those South Koreans are putting phones and videos and shit on balloons and send them over. They fall into North Korea, and those North Koreans grab them. They know what's going on. Most of them. You know, the ones living on rice patties and eating ivy leaves for, dinner, those are the ones probably not. So I don't know.
The ones that are getting paid a half a bag of rice a month.
Yeah, those are the ones, right?
Wow, could you imagine? I mean, people bitch and people whine and people, my vagina hurts. We've got it so fucking good over here.
Well, and tell you what, if you look at a satellite photo of North Korea compared to South Korea,
right.
North Korea at night is pretty much dark, except for the capital.
Got it.
But South Korea is all lit up. It's a huge economy in South Korea. I mean, they're one of the world's largest economies, and they're booming. Everybody wants to deal with the South Koreans. Their music, their products they got coming out of there, everybody wants to be them. And Kim Jong-un wants to own that country. But the problem is, even if he took it over, he would jack it up because, communism just doesn't work, right?
And they're too short for basketball.
They got some tall-ass Koreans. Are you kidding? What was that tall Korean that came out of?
Oh, that's right.
That South Korea, that really tall dude.
Right?
Yeah, and they had him on that airline commercial, and he didn't say nothing because, he doesn't speak English.
Right. And he's got bugs in his teeth.
Yeah, he's got bugs in his teeth.
Jesus Christ. So what do you think about that? I mean, do you think that, do you think that people should, buck up and appreciate what they have in America? I mean, Donald Trump's no walk in the park. He's, the guy is a narcissist from, hell.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not doing a horrible job, I don't think. I mean, I don't want to talk politics, I guess. I guess I am. And I don't know too much about it because I don't watch the news. I just, pretty much what I hear on the radio and see on Yahoo that pops up in front of me, which I guess we could be part of that fake news now, right?
Well, no, see, the thing about Kaotic Radio is we can't get banned and shadow banned by Google. The Google Communist Network, who takes audio out of my videos on YouTube because I may say something that Google may not like, or in my Instagram, they can't shadow ban me.
Okay.
They can't shadow ban the station.
What? Listen, I need you to hold the mic in your hand with one hand and pull it around with you because you're starting to really irk me. I'm gonna go in there and take the host chair. I don't want to be an engineer.
Oh my God! Who the
there
hell
we go.
cares?
So do you think Google really does ban that? I mean, they're taking your music off, or I know YouTube will even though we have Live 365 where we pay for the right to be able to play music.
Well,
they still take if we put something up that has AC/DC on it, they shut the whole video down.
Yeah, they give you a content warning, and I get plenty of those.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But the thing is with the great thing about Kaotic Radio, if you advertise with Kaotic Radio, is Google cannot ban us. Right. We have our own application on the App Store in your Apple or Android market. You could just sign up for just look up Kaotic Radio with a Kaotic radio.com, and then you get the app. It's free, and then you can listen to content that is not going to be filtered by the evil Google machine. And they're not censored by, our YouTube is censored, but we can't do anything about that. But if you get the app, then fine. Get the app, listen in. If you want to watch, go to YouTube.
Yeah, we're streaming live on YouTube right now.
I'm streaming live on Facebook too. Rob Matters.
Wow.
On
Do you have
Facebook.
anybody actually watching on a Saturday? People should
I don't
be
know
out.
because every time I turn to look, I come away from the. I come away from the mic.
See how the mic is on kind of a
I see that
thing
swivel
where you
thing,
can
but
and pull it with you.
yeah, I know, but it makes this noise. Hear that noise?
Yeah. Do you need a phone book for the chair there, Rob? I can
You know, you could bite me, dude.
push you up a little bit there. So
You could bite my little pee-pee. Okay.
Jesus.
But it may not be a meal, but it's a nice little snack for you.
Got it,
So
got it.
I came up a little short in that department.
Yeah, whatever, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, I mean, all this censorship and back to Kaotic, and I like your point about advertising on Kaotic. I mean, if you're a nursery school, probably not your best choice for media.
No, not really.
However, if you're a collective, marijuana stores
or you got a vape shop
you got a vape shop
in Upland.
Or
Or you have a rap shop in Montclair called 3D Raps.
Right.
You guys can advertise with Kaotic Radio.
right.
Because we have that demographic where you have expendable cash.
Virtually anybody can advertise, and I'll tell you what, man, you get so much for your dollar here.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't want to turn this into an infomercial, and we'll move on from this.
Yeah,
but
we
I mean,
can move on
literally,
from
dude,
that.
if you go to KCAA or you go to some of the FM radio stations around here, dude, it costs you thousands of dollars per month.
Oh, yeah.
Literally here for a couple $200-300 a month, and or if you want to be a gold sponsor, then it's a lot more. But it's very reasonable. You get 24-hour play. You get reruns. You get it's just a great deal. So thanks for bringing that up, Rob. But
No problem.
Moving on.
Yeah, let's go back to the Syria and Assad's bombing of his own people.
Right.
Because I think that's kind of a hot topic right now because it just happened the other day.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of overwhelming evidence that he actually did bomb his own people. I've seen a couple of clips, on the news, and it's the same clip of a dead baby or maybe a doll or whatever it is. It's just very convenient at the time when Donald Trump's being bombarded by Stormy Daniels. Somehow he's a Russian agent of some kind, and they can't find any Russian shit on him, so they have to go to the sex stuff. Maybe he's sucking some ding-dong or whatever. I'm not hating. I'm just saying let the guy do his job. But they raided his attorney's office, and who knows what kind of dirt he's got.
I mean,
suddenly
how
he's
about
bombing.
that.
Huh?
That is, that's something that's never really been done before.
No, it hasn't been done before.
Why? I mean, what do you think they have something on Trump?
Well,
Do you
now
think
they
they're
do.
still
The guys, everybody's dirty, right? But now they've got something on him because they raided his attorney's office. They got his attorney locked up at some CIA or FBI black site right now, and they're saying, if you don't bomb Syria, we're going to let this dirt out. We're going to ruin you forever. They're going to take the Trump names off your hotels,
Whoa.
off your planes, off
Wait,
your helicopters.
You think the government has Donald Trump's lawyer and Donald Trump in a room telling him he has to be, you saying he's a puppet for somebody?
Trump now is owned by the deep state. That's what's going on.
Wait, the deep state. Is that like the dark web, but that's the dark state?
It's real. The dark web is real,
Are
right?
we talking Illuminati?
No, I'm just talking deep state, like, a club that it's hard to get into because you have to be a scumbag. Good. I like that. Yeah, he's in bed now with the deep state. They own his ass. And if he doesn't do what they say, then he's fucked. And
Look,
so
I
what he's
could
going to
give
do is he's going to bomb.
shits
No.
whether Donald Trump banged a porn star.
I know that makes him
Just
more
who
credible to me.
cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
These Bible thumpers that are, probably molesting their kids,
Exactly.
that have, the darker secrets than anybody. I mean, the Christians need to just stay the hell out of politics.
Oh, yeah.
Live your own life, man. Quit effing with everything. Life
Exactly.
is not bad. You want to be Syria? You want to be Iran? You want to be Lebanon? I mean, we could be that. We could be Mexico, living in flipping huts.
Well, the great thing about Mexico is they're actually a free society. See, you think we live in a free society. We're allowed to own businesses, right? But those businesses that we own, those businesses have to pay taxes. They have to pay permit fees. We get a little bit of, the business owner gets a little bit of that money at the end of the day. It's just like having a job. They make a little less or a little more than the average guy. But really, the government tells you what you could do with your business. in a communist country, they're straightforward. They're like, we own all the businesses. Here, we live in the illusion that we have our own business, but really, we follow every guideline and every step and jump through every hoop that the government wants us to do, and that's bullshit. Now, in Mexico, you can open up. Okay, in Mexico, a little girl could have a lemonade stand. Over here in Upland, California, that little girl's got to get permits and pay taxes and all kinds of other shit for that same lemonade stand. So who's really free here?
Of course, there's botulism in the one in Mexico.
Yeah, but here's the thing: would you rather have
salmonella?
Would you rather have a society where you actually live in a safe slavery state, so you're a slave for the state, or would you have dangerous freedom? Which one do you want? Dangerous freedom or safe slavery?
Dangerous freedom.
That's Mexico.
For $10, Bob.
Yeah, and that's Mexico. Mexico is dangerous freedom. At least you're free. In Upland, you can have a massage parlor, but you can't have a weed shop. Everywhere else, you can have a weed shop.
They're not going to allow weed shops in Upland?
Hell no, they don't do that.
Upland, like 10 square miles, though?
Yeah, exactly, and it's mostly industrial, right?
Right. Actually, my first business was Upland, and they were a bitch. They were
Now, my friend owned a Nutri-Shop in Riverside, and that Nutri-Shop, Riverside wanted him to pay his taxes like a quarter of ahead of his term, and he's like, I don't even know what I'm going to owe in taxes. How can I do my taxes ahead of time if I haven't paid any yet? It's crazy. So you live it. This is basically a semi-communistic country. At least you think you're free. This is like blue pill shit, and I'm talking about red pill shit. People need to wake up. We pay our money every year. I'm paying my money to the Internal Robbery Service, right? Mm-hmm. I'll mail that shit out on Monday. But they're robbing you. They're taking your money. Who are they? They're not even a government agency, but yet we still have to give them money. Look at, was it Eisenhower who made owning gold illegal? Since when did we go from gold standard to fiat dollar to petrodollar? It is unbelievable. I mean, it's just crazy. But we make it, we're like a third world country living in a first world fantasy. That's what that shit is. It's crazy. And now we're bombing a sovereign country like Syria. Now, I'm not sure. The guy, I guess, has chemical weapon factories. I'm not really sure. But why would he bomb his own people on the day we're leaving the country? I think that was set up by the Jews. And I'm serious. Who is ISIS? ISIS is probably a combination between CIA and the Jewish government. They're combining together just to cause conflict so they could sell their weapons and create a fucking fuss in the Middle East. Why do we call it petrodollar? Because why did the Prince of Saudi Arabia come over here? Because we pay them in security to accept only U.S. dollar for their oil. That's why they call it the petrodollar, right? So they won't take any other country but U.S. dollar. So now we have that security of having the petrodollar and not the gold standard because we have no gold. We've already given it away. We've sold it. We paid it out. Probably have no gold reserves left, unfortunately. Wow. But it's, again, we're living in a blue pill society. Do I like my blue pill society? Yeah, I do like my blue pill society. I like to think that I'm going to make it to work safe. There's no guarantee I'm going to go to my job and come to the studio and live on the way, expect to live. We have no reasonable expectation to think that we're going to live between when we leave our door to when we get to our job, right? It is crazy. People think that banning guns.
I've driven with you, so yeah, no, definitely not.
Right? Well, the thing is that people think that banning guns and whatever else it is they want to ban is going to keep us safe. Really, there is no guarantee of safe. Any country you go, you're not guaranteed to live. You can have a stroke, you can have a heart attack, or get hit by a car, or mugged and killed by a homeless guy. That's a whole nother subject we'll talk about on another show, because I have really deep opinions on the homeless population. Other than that it's just crazy. People think that we live in a free society, and we don't. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. I know nothing about this Syria bombing, and I think maybe I should get educated. But I feel like, and probably like the rest of the world, what can we do about it? You know.
Well, apparently Donald Trump, the genius that he is, and I use that word loosely, he deemed that it's okay to bomb them if we have France and other countries and the Jews go in there and help us blow
As long
them
as
up.
we've got China on our side.
No, they're not on our side. Well, we do owe them everything we got.
Pretty much.
They own the country. I mean, what are you going to do?
That they do.
In North Korea, the great thing about Trump was before all that, his lawyer was raided. He was doing a good job, but since his attorney Cohen got raided, another Jew got
Jackson's my
raided,
goddamn fuck
then
hero.
that's it. Now he's going to be led on a leash, just like all the other deep staters. It's going to be sad. Hopefully, it's not true. Hopefully, I'm wrong. But I bet you the trend will be he'll be a lapdog for the deep state moving forward.
Interesting.
Watch if they drop all this shit on him, like the Cohen shit, and they drop the Russian shit. Then you know that this has happened. If he starts changing the policies, it starts coming wishy-washy on the wall from here, between us and Mexico. If he becomes soft on those subjects, we know he's been captured by the deep state and held at bay from it with his own demons by the CIA and the deep state.
Wow.
I mean, is it right though? It makes sense. I mean, doesn't that make sense?
Well, sure, when you say it.
And the whole thing about the banning guns too. I mean, did you see him? He did an interview and he had all these people he's talking about like banning guns and can we take away the guns before we convict some? No, you can't do that. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you can't take away our Second Amendment. And don't let me get started on the teachers because all these I go to these protests, right? I've literally gone to protests.
Why?
And people threaten me like the Antifa guys. I had like 4 Antifa guys surrounding me and like, I'm here to tell your story. And they had the one smart Antifa guy. I'm not sure where his bicycle is. I did see him with a bike lock. What are you doing with a bike lock at a protest other than you plan on hitting somebody with it?
They
You know
were
what I mean?
Clinton plants.
Yeah, I don't know. Those people are that's a whole nother day and a whole nother subject. But yeah, deep state's crazy. Donald Trump is in big trouble right now.
So would you consider yourself a conspiracy theorist? Or?
No, I'm a red pill guy. Right? I took the red pill. My microphone is red right now. If you see this on Instagram right here.
You're drinking red Monster.
No, it's the Blue Monster, actually.
Shit.
My second one for the day. I did have a Bang Energy drink from VPX, available at most 7-Elevens and your local fitness product store. But, yeah, that's good shit. Now I'm on to the Monster.
Got it.
There you go.
Yeah,
and a Vicodin on the way.
Boy, oh boy.
So, yeah, it's... Yeah, it's.
Are you looking for another one?
Yeah, I am.
Is that a reminder? Oh, by the way.
By the way, I need another Vicodin.
Yeah, we'll go from
and
red to white.
Oh, speaking of Vicodin, now he's got this stand on opiates. Let me tell you what the CIA and the military is doing with opiates. They're in Afghanistan. Where do you grow opium? In Afghanistan.
I thought it was Vietnam.
No. Well, they do that too, but Afghanistan's like the major supplier of fucking opiates, which is right here. They guard these poppy fields. They guard these poppy fields, and they're protecting these farmers. And some of the soldiers actually damage like some of these fields. Right, the soldiers go in, and sometimes they'll run over the field or accidentally set it on fire with a tank blast. And the soldiers actually have to pay the Afghanis for the loss of inventory on their field. So now we're paying and protecting the opiate growers, which are the farmers in Afghanistan. We're protecting their fields, paying them money for their opiates so they can sell it to the big pharma here and then turn it into Vicodin and other stronger opiates and stronger drugs. So that way we could continue sell the consumer more and more of these drugs, getting them hooked more and more and more. Because what does that do? It makes you docile to the state. I'm just saying. That's, I can't prove it.
They want people on opiates or not?
Fuck yeah, they do. Are you kidding? Come on.
Wow, so you're just buying into all this shit.
I don't buy. I buy a lot of it. It makes me docile. But see, this is me on Vicodin.
Wow.
Usually I'm a lot worse.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, boy. We're going back to the ADA HD hour, right?
Oh, speaking of 88, I gave you flash drive. Play clip 1.
Oh shit.
Okay, now I want to talk about.
Give me a
Let's
second.
move to like gun control for a minute. Anybody's familiar with the Second Amendment? I'm not going to go ahead and read it. Everybody knows it's the right to keep and bear firearms. Why do we do that? Because developing as a new country, the founding fathers of the country, we just broke off of England, and they thought, well, to protect ourselves from being attacked again by England, everybody should have the right to own and bear a firearm to protect themselves and their family. I know, yeah, you're going to say regulated militia. Well, let me tell you about anybody with one person or more. Wait, hold on, pause that. Pause that right there. So anybody that has a gun and you can shoot a gun and reasonably hit your target, you're an army of one. You're a militia of one. Okay, let's just call it a militia of one. You should be able to have that firearm. Now we got this Parkland shooter. So you're familiar with the Parkland shooter, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so everybody knows that the kid went in. You start blasting a bunch of people with an AR-15, right? Now AR-15 and Mini 14, same gun, same round. They shoot the same way. One gun is made out of wood, and one gun is made out of black aluminum.
Did you say wood?
Yeah, wood, like long wood. You get me off track there, talking about
Oh my
wood there.
God, who the hell cares?
Yeah, right. Well, everybody cares because if you own a gun,
right,
they want to take your gun. And it's not just, it's going to start with the AR-15, and it's going to move to your Mini 14, all the way down to your handgun. You know, in Europe, they have, you can't own a gun in Europe. We watched all the side art. Even the police don't walk around with guns in Europe. But knife attacks and murders are way through the roof, 10 times higher because they can't get the gun, so they'll murder you with a knife. So let's talk about this hog. This little Hitlerite, David Hogg. He looks like a little skinny little kid with no fucking hair on his balls. Look if you can't grow hair on your balls, don't try to tell me what to do or what I can own or what I can't own.
Well,
He's never fired a gun.
Shave the hair off your balls. Would then that count as well, or?
But it depends how big are your balls.
Big enough.
Okay.
I can tell the difference between the hair and the ball,
So I'm listening to Brian.
Not that I shave my balls. I'm just saying.
Well, we'll post. Look at guys. If you want to see a picture of Kit Jones' balls, we're going to put them on chaoticradio.com website. Go to chaoticradio.com, and maybe I'll post one on my Instagram page. I got a shit ton of people on Instagram page right now watching.
See my balls.
Yeah, let's turn the camera on. Let's see his balls. Dude, this isn't an egg, but this is what his balls look like. Right there,
blue balls.
That big.
Yeah.
They're blue too.
No, not blue. My girlfriend takes care of me.
Yeah, right.
But I could always use more.
You could always use more balls.
Well, more
or more blue.
More sex.
Oh,
for
okay.
My girl.
So
I digress.
So Brian from High Impact Flicks on YouTube. Check his channel. He's a pretty cool dude. He follows me on Instagram. I post some stuff on Instagram. But play that clip. Let me tell you what a little backwards talk. Okay, before you play it. But yeah, I'm going to prep you before you play this. First, this kid says that he was in his AP class and he was there at the shooting and he was run down the hallway and all this drama, blah, blah, blah. Exactly. The next interview, he says, when he heard about the shooting, he got on his bike and rode 3 miles to the school with his camera to get interviews. Right? So which one was it, Hogg? See, Hogg can't complain. He's complaining about Fox News and Laura Ingraham saying that he can't get into college because UCLA didn't want him. So he's tweeting her sponsors and getting them to drop her on Fox News.
Wow.
Because she wasn't even rude to the kid. She actually said, "Hey, your GPA is good. It's just not good enough for UCLA." Right? So he's throwing a bitch fit. So let's play that clip. Let's see what a backstabbing little bitch this kid is.
Hairless.
Yeah, hairless, no
what
balls.
Sick fuckers are out there that want to continue to sell more guns, murder more children, and honestly just get reelected?
Well, Dave, probably the same sick effers that think about their parents the way you do. See, this whole mass killing thing boils down to respect, or the lack thereof, for your fellow human beings. The only way that a man can shoot another innocent man is because of the kind of lack of respect that Dave is displaying right here. That is the root of the problem. That is what needs to be addressed. So parents, while Dave's coming for your guns, You also need to know that he seeks to brainwash your kid. Oh, and you if you're going along with this. So what we have here is a kid who is adding to an already horrible situation.
What type of person are you when you want to see more fucking money than children's lives? What type of shitty person does that?
How about the same kind of shitty person that says something like this?
All right, kid,
Well,
listen
at
to
this
this.
point, it's like when your old ass parents like, I don't know how to send an iMessage, and you're just like, give me the fucking phone. And
Okay,
you take
pause
it and
that
you're
for a
like,
second.
Okay, let me handle
Let's-
it, and you get it done in
let's-
1 second.
Now here's the
Let's pull the
irony.
car- let's
While
pull the
Dave
car
says
over.
He doesn't trust politicians. He continues.
Let's pull the car over for a second and unpack this. He calls old ass parents can't send a iMessage. He disrespects his parents. Those are his parents. His dad is ex-FBI. His mom works for CNN, the show that actually broadcasts that little bitch all the time. I'm sick of seeing his little pansy face. He doesn't even shave. He can't even buy a beer, but yet he's calling his parents old ass parents. So I would never say that to my dad or my mom. Would you?
No,
So you think that's pretty disrespectful?
absolutely.
So now he says that, but yet on Fox News, when Ingram says, hey, your grades just aren't good enough to get into UCLA, now that's not as bad, but he's allowed to go on CNN and talk shit about adults that pay taxes, work their whole life, and his dad gave his mom, his mom gave birth to that little bastard. It just makes me crazy. I can't even think. It makes me crazy.
Which is why I'm an advocate for abortion.
He's the poster child for abortion. Go ahead and roll that clip some more.
To
It
beg
gets
those
deeper.
same politicians to help keep kids safe. And while he's begging politicians to help him, he says stupid crap like this.
And like, there's this whole, I mean, the way that they're talking about it now, the way Rick Scott has been talking about it is like, when the shooter arrives,
the girl
we need a
that's
metal
interviewing
detector
him.
and a guard.
With Rick Scott, it's like, when I get elected to Senate, we're not going to let that fucking happen, and you guys better not. He's like, oh, I'm going to implement all of these amazing things. Let me make sure I do it right before my election for Senate when I try calling out Bill Nelson. He's turning this political.
So do you see that as opportunistic? I mean, he's
Oh,
being
it's
completely
absolutely
But
opportunistic.
pause that.
He does not give a fuck about these.
But hold that. So he's calling him, Rick Scott, a opportunist when this kid can't shut up about the Parkland shooting. As a matter of fact, in the next clip, you're going to hear him. He was at home and he ran down to school with his camera. It was like 3 miles. He rode his bike to get interviews. Which is it, David Hogg? Were you actually there or were you at home ditching school? Or do you even go to that school? I'd love to find out who was in that class with him, because I bet there's a lot more to unpack. I'm guaranteeing, I'm pretty sure that he wasn't even there. He's just a spoiled little bitch, this kid.
Here we go.
Go roll it.
Homeboy fucked a Martian once.
Wrong clip.
Okay.
These kids' lives at all. And that's the great thing about it, because those fuckers aren't going to get reelected.
Now let's look at one more little issue about where Davo was on the day of the shooting. First, he says this.
Wow, David, you are a well-spoken young man. Where were you yesterday when the shooting started?
So yesterday I was in my AP Environmental Science class. We had just taken out all of our notes and we were about to pack up to leave we were about to leave school.
Sure
and we
he
hear a
was.
pop. And it happened to be a gunshot that echoed through the hallway. And because of that, my teacher actually went and closed the door. But as soon as she closed the door, the fire alarm was pulled. So this sick man could come and get more soft targets. Silly, not thinking critically. We walked outside and that's when he started taking down even more people because of the fire alarm going off. And luckily, when we were actually going out to our fire evacuation zone, and as we were headed out there, a flood of people started running in the opposite direction saying, go this way, go this way. So I followed the herd. And as we were running like in this one direction, we happened to be running towards the shooter. But thank God there was a janitor there that told us not to go any further.
Wait, the janitor is an adult, by the way.
The gunman was right there. And he got us all into one classroom with the help of Chef Kurth. And as a result of that, I think they saved easily like 40 lives.
So in an interview a day after the alleged shooting,
Did you want to comment on that?
Yeah.
Let's ask anybody else if they want to comment. There may be one or two people listening. We got, if you want to call in, it's 909-360-8330. So
Okay, yeah, let me put that on there. What was it again? 909?
909-360-8330. That is live. That will get you in on the air here at chaoticradio.com. Loving this Saturday. You know, it's beautiful weather outside besides, this. So, anyways, go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, it's like 100 degrees in here.
The subject.
Yeah, that kid. Okay, so you guys, if you want to call in, definitely 909-360-8330. Call in, and we can unpack this with you.
You can rant with Rob.
Well, it's not just. It's more than just
Rob show.
It's more than just a rant here at chaoticradio.com.
I'm enjoying it because I don't have to talk much. I'm actually going to nap over here.
Yeah, you take a nap.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that though? I mean, how do you feel the fact that the kids got insulting adults, but yet he's going to tell us what to do? And
I like the fact that he talks about opportunistic when basically he takes a tragedy like this and makes it an opportune moment for him to get on his flipping soapbox and talk about other people. I mean, again, mind your own business.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what the hell?
Exactly. And the thing is,
Worry about my backyard.
Before
your own.
Yeah, before we roll it to the next clip, right?
Okay.
He's advocating gun control and taking away firearms. But guess what they did at the school? They required all the kids to have clear plastic backpacks. It's like a thick, clear backpack. So you can see all the shit that's in the backpack, right? Now the kids are saying, well, our First Amendment is taken away because now you can see all our shit. So they want their First Amendment, but they don't want us to have our Second Amendment. So basically they're, doing a backflip, right? There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
There we go. But remember, my Facebook camera died, so we're not live on Facebook anymore. But you go to YouTube on Chaotic Radio, YouTube, and check out the in-studio cameras. We have a lot of cameras in studio, and I'm not wearing any pants. So let's continue.
What happened? Facebook knocked you off air or what?
Now my battery died. Go ahead and roll the second clip. Let's go into. So the first clip, he says he was in his AP class. Let's roll the second clip and find out where he was in the last.
This guy says he was in his AP Environmental Science class during the shooting, but then he says this in a separate interview.
On the day of the shooting, I got my camera and got on my bike and rode as fast as I could 3 miles from my house to the school to get as much video and get on as many interviews as I could, because I knew that this could not be another mass shooting.
So he said he was on the campus during the shooting in one interview, and he knew it was a shooting. In the other interview, he said he rode 3 miles from his house to the school with his camera to get interviews, quote, because he knew this could not be another mass shooting, when he already said he knew it was a mass shooting.
Okay, so there you go. Now, which is it, David Hogg? Are you actually at the school during the shooting, or are you not at the school during the shooting? It's one story, he's there. The next story, he's on his way there on his bicycle. And they're giving this guy a platform, CNN, to talk about his experience. It's such bullshit. And I don't want to even go into that little dyke, Emma Gomez, who's talking about gun control. And you know what? And she's the only one that I like out of the whole group, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of hot in a lesbian way, actually.
So what is it, man, with all these shootings? I mean, is it just all about the fame? Do we, because we give it so much attention, people feel like, they're living their little life and they're getting no attention, so they go out and kill people and, cause mass devastation?
Oh, well, that's a whole nother subject. Let's get into that. Let's unpack that for a minute. So they have this Sheriff Israel.
Or at least 13, because that's all we have left.
Yeah. That they have this.
Make it 10. We'll give 3 minutes to get out. Go ahead.
So we have this guy, Sheriff Israel. He's the sheriff of Broward County, where the shooting was. Well, he has his face wrapped. He has his police cars wrapped with his face. I've never seen that before.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got his face on all his police cars. His cops stayed outside while the shooter, that crazy dude, is inside shooting up the school, supposedly, right? The sheriff...
Supposedly? Do you believe it
Well,
didn't
he
happen?
did. There may have been more. Maybe he was alone. Maybe his brother was involved. They caught his brother at the school a week later, just walking around. He said he was soaking it in. Really weird. The family is really weird, right? But the point is the cops didn't even want to go inside. They got multiple calls. The FBI got calls. The kid was on Adderall or off his Adderall, one of the two. So he was off his meds, and he went in there and shot. There was dozens and dozens of calls. How crazy that kid was. And it's just, they just let that shit happen? Deep state. Maybe they wanted it to happen as an excuse to take away firearms. Possibly.
Yeah, I believe that there's maybe a little bit of that. Yeah. And maybe they don't want it to happen, but they're not sorry that it does because it gives them a platform to, dig in and dig at the Second Amendment.
Oh, they've been digging at that for a long time.
Yeah.
And
thank God for the NRA,
Well, it's
not that I'm a huge fan of, I believe that people should be allowed to have guns. I don't have guns, personal choice, although I'd like to get one. I think I might get a Glock or something just for fun, just go out and do target practice, or in case one of these, 18-year-old kids decides to bang down my door one night and, shoot me because he wants my, Pop-Tarts.
Well, you know how many, let's go into FBI statistics, because let me pull up the FBI. Let's look into that.
More people are dying from opiates than gunshots.
Well,
for sure.
listen to this. FBI says about 400 people a year are murdered by rifles, and that includes wooden rifles, AR-15s, all kinds of rifles. It includes all of them together. Do you know how many people are killed by knives every year? 1,800 people by knives are murdered by knives. 1,800 people are murdered by knives every year. And compared to 400 people murdered by rifles altogether, all rifles.
Really?
Yes.
What about handguns?
Well, that's another category.
Oh.
So it's crazy that they want to ban the assault rifle, but they don't want to ban knives. Listen, it's going to go there eventually. The deep state wants a de-armed populace because that's what Hitler did. Hitler took the guns away from the people, so there was less of a fight when his military marched in to kill everybody.
How many women die in childbirth every year? Do you know this?
I don't know. Look it up.
Because we may need to take away sex or birthing altogether.
Or just pussy. Let's just take away the pussies. Because those are the ones that give birth anyway, right?
Okay.
Or the penis. The penis.
I don't think we can live with that.
It takes two to tango.
Yes.
Either take away the pussy or the penis or both.
Well, listen, they've been trying to take away the penis for years. Right?
Women.
Ever since they started burning bras.
Oh, yeah.
It's a vagina nation. And, I just...
Yeah, women keep what's the deal with women anyway? Why are they holding back the popo? I don't get it. They need to give up some more of that popo, man.
Is that what's going on here?
Yeah,
From Syria to
I
popo?
think everybody would be a lot more calmer if they would just give it up a little bit more.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if now that weed is legal in California for recreational purposes,
yeah,
I think people should sit around, smoke weed, and just have sex. I think life would be great.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, there'd be less tension. The reason why we're all pinned up is because you can't even look at a woman and say, you look nice today without being accused of assaulting them in some way.
Oh, at work, I can't say you look nice. I can say you look smart.
Oh, don't go.
You look smart today.
No, then they're going to say, what? So do other people look dumb?
On normal days, I don't look smart.
Yeah, exactly.
No, as a matter of fact, you don't.
Yeah, you can't compliment anymore.
Oh,
you can't tell a woman, say, hey, I missed that, by the way. You can't. Yeah, that's crazy. It's just crazy. Society is crazy. We got 5-7 minutes.
8.
Right? 8 minutes.
Let's call it 5 after, let's wind down on the...
We got 5 minutes,
rant.
Guys. If you're on Instagram, we got 5 minutes. Follow me on Biohacker
TV.
TV.
Where were we before we went to the Popo? We were talking about this kid and his the guns. And
Oh, yeah. So, we're talking about the FBI getting all this notice of this kid who was going to go in there and do this shooting but they did nothing. Nobody did nothing. All the signs are there. What they need to do is do mental health, not take away guns. That's a problem. They want everybody crazy. They just don't want you to have a gun. That to me is crazy shit. Why won't you fix the problem? The problem is the kid was crazy. Everybody knew it. His family knew it. His own family called the sheriff's department. They did nothing. And then suddenly, he goes in there with a gun, and now everything comes up. Come on, man. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little background music on, just as we wind down. One of my faves, Bowie, who I miss. He used to come over all the time. We'd drink beers and chit chat about politics.
Yeah, and hey guys, you want some more of this kind of deep state shit? Kit and I will be here maybe next week. Tune in. Tag your friends. Hashtag chaoticradio.com. That would be pretty cool if you get the hashtag. Can you put .com after hashtag? I don't think so. Hashtag chaotic. I'm going to start tagging the station, my social media.
There you go.
Follow Rob Matters on Facebook. Definitely Chaotic Radio has got a Facebook page.
Yeah, so we're getting tons of likes lately. So, like I said, the station is going through some changes to be announced later.
They're going to remove the penis from the station.
Yes, no more penis. We're just going to...
If you guys are on Instagram, this is my robot penis, by the way. This is my drone penis. So.
Nah, but we're climbing, we're building, and some good things are afoot. So definitely keep tuning in. Definitely like us on Facebook. Keep following us. Go check out the website. If you have anything on the website that you see that might bug you and you might want change, just hit me up. You can hit contact down at the bottom there. You'll send me an email. Say, Kit, this fucking doesn't work. What the hell?
There you go. See
or
that, and this is the guy that made the website, by the way.
Yes.
Kit is the one. So if you have any comments,
I've already gotten Roy and Jimmy. Jimmy's been hitting me up. Hey, how do we post our podcasts? Don't worry, Jimmy. I got you, brother. It's coming, man. It's coming.
You guys want to send me an email? It's rob@robmatters.com. So if you want a subject for me to talk about, definitely send me an email at rob@robmatters.com.
And just know, if he starts talking about your subject, he's not going to end there.
No. I'm going to go into your mother and your family.
Pudding at the end or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of pudding, what about, what's his name?
Rich?
No, not Rich. How am I forgetting the pudding guy who's on trial right now?
Oh, Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, let's
go out on that.
Yeah, let's pull the car over on that one and unpack the trunk.
Right. Quickly though.
The guy was a rapist. The problem is nobody complained. If you don't complain after you get raped, you have nothing to complain about. You either liked it or you're stupid. So,
you're trying to get somewhere in your career and you allow it.
That goes. Let's do that next week. Let's talk about all the hoes in Hollywood that fucked their way to the top. Now they're complaining about it once they get to the top. That's bullshit. Nobody ever harasses me sexually. That's bullshit. I would fuck my way to the top, but nobody wants to fuck me. That's a problem for me.
Wow. Just because you can cuss doesn't mean you should cuss.
Exactly.
We want to get preschools advertising here. We want to get,
No, you don't.
And
there's no preschool advertising here.
Okay,
no.
So we'll move up. Retirement homes. How's that? We'll go with retirement.
Oh, they did a lot of fucking. All those people. Imagine the stories that those people have. Baby boomers. Come on, man. Coming back from Nam and the war, they're all crazy, and pretty soon population explosion. Right? Now we're dealing with what? Generation X, me and you. Now we got the millennials coming up, and then I think it's Generation Y or Z. Those are the ones that are going to become zombies, by the way.
Z Nation.
Yeah, the Zombie Nation.
Nice.
Hey, speaking of zombies, you watch any good shows lately? Let's end on that.
Zombie shows?
Yeah.
I've been watching Walking Dead. That's one of my faves. It's gotten good.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do an update or something like that. But so you're actually going to be doing a show next week yourself, right?
I think I am. If I can get JT down here, we're going to do Red Pill Radio.
Nice. I like it.
Right? All topics like this. And the great thing is you're going to, since I got the website, redpillradio.com, that you're going to build a website for that.
Oh, amazing. I don't have enough time for,
Yeah, you have all kinds of time.
Yeah.
When you're not having sex, you have all kinds of time. Good
That's
job.
all I do. Yeah, sex and build websites.
There
And
you go.
Once in a while, get on the radio. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been having a lot of sex in web building. So
There you go.
Yeah.
But
All
too bad
right.
none of that sex is when you're at home.
or with me.
Yeah, you're out on the road.
Yeah. Right. Thanks, Rob.
No problem.
Okay. So, all right. I think we're going to go ahead and take it out here. You've been listening to kind of a makeshift Toxic Underground Live with Rob and Kit. We'll be back and look forward to having Red Pill Radio on Chaotic. Should be a pretty good show. I guess you got kind of a little bit of that today. A little red pill, blue pill, white pill kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to thank the Afghanis for my opiate addiction, by the way. You guys are rocking. We're big in Afghanistan, bro. I'm going to blow us up in Afghanistan.
Nice. All right. That will do it for us here at Toxic Underground Live. You're listening to chaoticradio.com.